how do you tackle and deal with affirming your worth, your skills, and your values. Number one, in order to affirm your worth and skills and values, you have to really question your thoughts. Now, sometimes, yes, it could be the environments that we are in, and I'm going to get into that. But other times, it's also our own thoughts. It's also our own internal dialogue of how we see ourselves, the way we see our lives, what we believe to be true about ourselves. So the first way to really affirm your skills and affirm your worth is to really question, what do you think about yourself? How do you see yourself? Do you see yourself in a positive light? Do you see yourself as somebody that can go after the things that you want in life? Or do you feel as though you're not worthy? Do you feel as though you're not valuable? So in order to really affirm your skills and worth, you have to really question the thoughts that tell you that you're nothing, question the thoughts that tell you your life will never move forward, question the thoughts that tell you you're not good enough. You question those thoughts and tell yourself that you are worthy, you are good enough. Now, it's not only enough to just say this. As much as I believe that positive affirmations matters, you have to take a little step forward apart from saying I am worthy, I am valuable, I am good enough. You also have to recall the moments and experiences that have filled you with a sense of worth and self-esteem. So for me, that means recalling what I've done, because I think sometimes, especially as we are rounding up the year, we tend to think about our goals and our efforts, and we are like, what have I done? I'm not good enough, I'm not going far. So one of the ways that I try to recall the things that I've done in my life is just taking a step back from how I was a few years ago to how I am now, especially with my goals. I'm really proud of the fact that I've been able to share my writing on Medium. I've gotten my writing featured in different sites on Medium. The Start It Up, Motivates the Mind, Better Marketing. So it just makes me feel good that I've been able to expand my writing. Even though I have more goals to go as far as concerned my writing, I'm glad I've been able to do that. As far as my brand is concerned, being a creative, I'm glad that I've been able to create and put out content. I've gotten featured in different Instagram pages before for my fashion content, which feels good. So even though there's still a long way for me to go, these little things that I've done, it still matters. It still makes a difference as far as building myself, building my career as a creative. And also just recalling the kind words that others have said to you. Not only think about the experiences, remember the kind words that others have spoken about you. Because sometimes I think what affects our worth and our self-esteem is that we hold on to the negative things that people say about you. Maybe people told you that you're not good enough. Maybe people have laughed in your face when you told them your dreams and goals. But just remember the good and kind words that people have spoken over your life. My favorite memory would always be my high school teacher, and the fact that she left such a wonderful post-it note in one of my essays and was telling me that I have such an insightful voice and I should really believe in myself and who I am. And to this very day, I'm a grown woman, I'm no longer in high school, I still keep that note in my journal, and whenever I think about it, it makes me feel good about myself, it makes me feel good about my writing, it makes me feel good about my future to know that this teacher saw something in me. So you need to also remember the kind words that other people have spoken about you, because it helps you to continue to move forward and just keep going after your goals and dreams. Now, number 3, another great way to help you affirm your skills and affirm your worth is to be in the right environment. To be honest, the environments that we are in can truly affect our state of mind. It can affect the way we see ourselves. So as much as you are affirming positive things about yourself, the environment and people you surround yourself in, they are either building you up and breaking you down, or breaking you down. So you have to really question, what environment am I in? Who do I surround myself in? What words am I taking in from the people around me? You should be in environments that fill you with light and positivity. You should be in environments that inspire you. You should be in environments that just encourage you to go after your goals and dreams. And for me, the right environment is just places where I know that I'm surrounded by people who have the same passions and interests as me. So the right environment, by me trying to involve myself with a creative community, either it's online or physical. The right environment is being around my family, because I know my family, they are very encouraging, they are very positive people, they are very comforting people. So when I'm around my family, there is no way I can be feeling bad or sad about my life. I'm always in a good mood. I'm always laughing with my sister and my mom. I have such a great time with my family. So being around my family, that is a positive environment for me. And also being in nature, like just being in nature, taking up the sun, just truly just dwelling in the beauty of God's creation. That puts me in the best mood. Having a good book, being in a bookstore, going to an art gallery, these are all things that fill me with light and positivity. So you need to make sure that you are putting yourself in the right environments. And if you're in environments that make you feel bad, if you're in environments where people are bullying you, where people are putting you down, you really need to take a step back and figure out how can you remove yourself from this environment. How can you put yourself in a better place where you'll be in a place where it's more positive minded. So that's really important, because the environment we surround ourselves in is either building us up or it's breaking us down. Now, another thing that you need to do in order to affirm your skills and worths is that you actually have to know what are your best skills and what is that thing about you that is unique. And I speak a lot about this, especially in my ebook, Discovering Your Confidence. It's all about really how do you tap into that thing that makes you unique? How do you tap into that thing that is so special about you? And we each have something. There is something that God has placed in each and every person, and that special skill or talent matters. And for me, it is writing. I have always loved to write, and I've always loved to read. And writing is just my favorite place to just express myself and express my thoughts. Am I the best writer in the world? Some people would argue that I am not. And even I would admit to you, I am not a perfect writer. I am not the best writer in the world. But I am still a writer, as imperfect I am. That is my skill, that is my passion, that is what I have been called to do. So just continuing to affirm myself as a writer and going after my passion, because my passion is writing, my passion is content creation. It fills me with a sense of words and purpose, and it always helps me to build myself up. So you also need to know what is that skill and trait that is unique about you. And if you are having difficulties figuring this out, I definitely recommend that you should check out my e-guide, because I really go in depth about how to really discover your own skill and passion. And lastly, as a Christian, you know that God is always in the equation. God is always part of my conversation. One of the best ways for you to affirm your skills and your worths is to truly see yourself in God's eyes. You have to see yourself in God's eyes, because we live in a world where people are not reliable, where people will disappoint you, where people will mock you, where people will put you down, where people will project their own pain and insecurities onto you. Human beings will fail you. It is a fact. But God will never fail you. I will repeat that again. Human beings will fail you because we are human, but God will never fail you. You need to see yourself in God's eyes. What does seeing yourself in God's eyes mean? Seeing yourself in God's eyes means seeing yourself with love, because God is love. When you see yourself with God's eyes, you will see yourself as the most special human being, because God sees us as the most special human being. When you see yourself in God's eyes, you see yourself as a strong woman, as a strong girl. If you're a man, as a strong man. But particularly, I always speak to women. That's who I believe my audience is. But if you're a man watching it, you're a strong man. You need to see yourself in God's eyes, because when you see yourself in God's eyes, you have more compassion for yourself. You have more love for yourself. And you know that there is nothing that you can do, because God says that He's with us and He strengthens us and He calls us. And He says that He desires good things for us. Good things for us. If you love the Lord, then surely He's going to give us the desires of our hearts. So when you see yourself in God's eyes, it helps to really build your sense of self-esteem and words, to know that with God, I can do anything. And with God, I am the most special, wonderful, amazing human being, because God is in me and God is with me and God has created me and I am a reflection of God. So you got to really pop your shoulders up to know that as a child of God, I'm amazing, period. No matter what anybody says, if I have God, end of discussion, I'm amazing. So those are just my short little tips on how to really affirm your skills and words. Number 1, question the negative thoughts that are telling you that you're not good enough. Number 2, recall all the kind and good words that have been spoken over your life. Number 3, be in environments that fill you with light and positivity. Number 4, know your best skills and traits, because going after your passions and just those things that light you up can really influence your life positively. And number 5, see yourself in God's eyes and know that you are truly amazing. Thank you so much for watching this video. I would love to know your tips on how do you really affirm your skills and affirm your words, and what really continues to encourage you and motivate you in this life. Once again, thank you so much for watching this video. It's been a while that I've been on YouTube, so please forgive me that I haven't posted in over 10 months. I'm trying to really figure out how to get back in the process of content creation, because I love it. I love creating content, and I pray that I will be more consistent in it. So definitely do support your girl by hitting the like button, sharing it with other people who might enjoy this type of content. And do not forget to subscribe to my channel, and I will see you, I promise, I will see you on my next video. Bye.